Thank you for calling Hail Mary Hotline. This is Bridget. Please hold while I transfer you.
Welcome back to Hail Mary Hotline. I'm your host, Taylor.
I'm your host, Sarah.
Today's going to be fun.
It was a very good week of football.
It was very eventful, and there were so many good games this weekend.
There were.
Yeah. And what gets me, there were 8 SEC versus SEC matchups. I think 4 of them were between 2 ranked teams, and the other 4 had at least 1 ranked team. That's a good weekend of football.
It just means more.
It just means more. So, Saturday Snapshots is going to take a while today, but that's okay, because there's a lot to talk about.
A lot of good games.
And the first one we're going to talk about didn't even happen on a Saturday. It happened on Friday night. Miami got beat 24-21 by Louisville.
That might have been one of the best performances against Miami that we've seen.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think this definitely outdoes Wisconsin Ole Miss.
Oh, absolutely. And it was at Miami, too. That's kind of what surprises me.
It's a hard place to play.
Yes, it is.
And, I mean, all the power to Louisville for, actually winning and playing the way that they did.
Oh, I know. Isaac Brown had 15 carries for 113 rushing yards. That's a ton. And then Chris Bell had 9 catches for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, what a game.
What a game.
Just a good old-fashioned I love football.
Absolutely. And not that we have a vested interest or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But welcome back, Carson Beck.
It's good to see you again.
Isn't it? 4 picks and it should have been 5. Yeah.
Talk about an off day.
My favorite thing has been seeing all these Miami people being like, oh, he's terrible. And all these Georgia people are like, yeah, we told you.
Yeah, you knew who you were getting.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'd also like to point out, not only did Beck have 0 touchdowns, all of their touchdowns were rushing, Georgia is averaging 1 more point per game than Miami right now.
How about them Dogs?
How about them Dogs? Miami also had 9 penalties for 67 yards. It's a lot of penalties.
Yikes.
It just...
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Get your crap together, Miami. You're really dropping.
At least Georgia lost to a ranked team.
At least we lost to a ranked team.
That's all I'm going to say about that one. But, I mean, I remember sitting there watching it with my dad, and he was like, I'm not turning it on, because if I turn it on, Miami's going to win. And we watched the last 2 minutes, and we saw him throw the interception at the end of the game to end it. And you could just see it on his face, like, just how upset he was. And then, did you see his press conference?
Oh my gosh, throwing his tight end under the bus?
You don't do that.
Good God, man.
Like, I'm sorry, your tight end didn't throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
Like,
your tight end didn't throw into triple coverage.
No! Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't we own up and take some responsibility that you had a terrible game?
You led that game.
Yes, you did.
That offense follows you.
Yeah.
It was your decision to throw into triple coverage or over your guy's head straight to Louisville. Mm-hmm. That's how you have the 80% completion rate to Louisville and not you.
And the play that he was talking about where he blamed his tight end, it wouldn't have mattered if his tight end ran the right route. He threw it right to the defender. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you expect him to do about that?
You adapt.
You adapt.
If somebody misses their route, it's got to be because of, other defenders or safeties drop. That's a big thing that we see.
Yes.
So there's other people around there. It's not just your guy in space.
No.
I don't think he could have made more completions to his players if there was a bullseye on the field in it, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I just think that throwing your tight end under the bus in that press conference just is poor sportsmanship.
Oh,
honestly.
Absolutely. There's really no excuse for that. Like, I don't care if you think it, you don't say it.
Yeah.
That's just not something you do. That sets a terrible example for the rest of your team, and honestly, kind of puts a target on your back for the rest of the season.
That's a really bad look to see a quarterback who put so much love into moving to Miami and was saying all these incredible things just to go up there and rip apart his own team.
Yeah.
So if you're going to hash it out that way, keep it in the locker room.
Exactly. Don't make it public.
Conference.
It's not everybody else's problem.
No.
Yeah.
Moving on to a ranked team that is still reigning undefeated in the SEC, Texas A&M versus Arkansas. A lot closer than I think any A&M or football fan wanted it to be, for sure.
Yeah. 45-42, they struggled to win that game.
Oh, yeah. That was scary.
It was. But they won. They're 7-0 and currently ranked number 3. That is a huge deal for A&M.
That is, honestly, this is one of the most impressive and also more deserved comebacks that I've seen from a team like A&M.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially coming off of last season.
Yeah, I know they had a disappointing year last year, but it's... We'll see how long it stays that way, just because... Sorry, Bridget. A&M does as A&M does. Starting off 7-0, I saw something today that said, oh, so we started 7-0. That means we won't go 8-4, right?
I'm like, you'd be shocked.
Oh, I know. And they play at LSU this weekend. That's going to be a tough game, because that game is just weird. Like, I don't know if you remember during the Joe Burrow era, the 7 overtime game that ended up like 74-72. Like, that game is just weird.
My grandkids will know that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instant classic.
Yeah, we're going into a bit of a gauntlet for A&M. We have at LSU coming up. Then we have Mizzou, South Carolina, Samford, and Texas. Granted, Samford should be a cakewalk. In theory, South Carolina should be a cakewalk. In theory, Texas, not a cakewalk, but, you know.
They can win that game.
I can see them definitely being able to win that game.
They'll be at least 8-4.
Yeah.
Past that, we'll see. I hope they do well. I like it when A&M's up there. I think it makes college football more interesting. And also, I want to see good A&M play in a month.
I do too.
So, we'll see. But you got to do better than struggling to beat a bad Arkansas team.
Yeah, it was just a weird game. Arkansas almost really did them in, which does not show a good look for the rest of the season. I think that's where we're getting with this, which on paper, the schedule doesn't sound terrible, but you got to put Arkansas in front of those next 5.
Yes, you do.
So,
yeah. And then, third weekend in October, Tennessee at Alabama.
37-20. That was a hard game for Tennessee.
And it was more of a blowout than the score showed.
Oh, yeah.
And, okay, we got to talk about the end of the first half. You were on the 1-yard line. You fumble the ball, and Bama picks it up and runs 99 back to score to end the half. How do you not hold on to the ball? The same thing with Auburn.
Field goal fumbles just seem to be our new thing as the SEC.
Speaking of which, the ref who was involved in that fumble call and the clapping, he's been permanently suspended.
So Ken Williamson has seen the end of his officiating days. I think the Auburn fans, for the first time in 12 years, can sleep soundly tonight.
Yeah, I think they can. But
yeah, little sidebar.
But that's just one of the wildest plays I've ever seen. Because if Tennessee gets that touchdown, that's actually a little bit of a closer ball game. And, you go into the locker room, make some halftime adjustments, and you come out and play well, and you have a legitimate shot at winning that game. But, I mean,
just like Auburn, I think they totally deflated after that.
Yes, I think they did.
I think that there were some heart changes that needed to happen, and they just didn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as passing goes, I'll say Joey Aguilar went 28 for 44. That's 63.6%, 268 yards. Ty Simpson went 19 for 29, 65.5%, 253 yards. So, on paper, they were pretty close as far as passing goes. I think what killed them was the rush game.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's completely where they lost. Defense aside, just looking at offense, I think the rush game is what killed it.
I think so too. It's a bad time to be a Tennessee fan right now. You get beat by Alabama, your baseball coach leaves. It's rough week.
Did you see a video at all of the cigar smoke in that stadium after the game?
No, I didn't, but I heard.
My gosh, it probably couldn't see 5 feet in front of you. Wow. The videos looked atrocious. There so many cigars. So many.
I'm not really surprised. But whatever floats your boat. I know it's a big deal after that game.
Yeah.
And then we had another undefeated team get beat. Texas Tech lost to Arizona State.
Bye-bye undefeated. Just kind of knocking them off one by one. We're seeing more and more one-loss teams.
There's, what? I think I sent you something. There's 6 left?
Mm-hmm.
Only, I think, 4 or 5 of them are ranked.
Yeah.
Because I think Navy's still undefeated, but they're not ranked right now. But
Mhm.
anyway, I digress. Probably my favorite game of the day, other than Georgia Ole Miss, LSU Vandy.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's in the top 10! Yay!
Vanderbilt is bowl eligible.
Yay! In week 7, Vanderbilt is, well, week 9, I guess, halfway through
Week
the season.
9.
But
Vanderbilt is bowl eligible and in the top 10, something we haven't seen since 1941 something.
I think it was 41.
Something like that.
A long time.
Long time coming. Our sweet baby boy Diego.
I mean, Vandy ran away with this game. They had 239 rushing yards to LSU only having 100. They had 399 yards total. And then Pavia only threw for 160, but he was 17 for 86 on rushing.
I mean, what a ball game.
What a ball game. I was worried that, Vanderbilt was going to Vanderbilt and find a way to lose this game, but I mean, they actually held on and played really well.
No, he was on a game day, phone interview, I guess, in the middle of warm-ups, and he looked good. He sounded really confident. It was a little hard to hear him, but I don't think he really had any major doubts in himself or his team, and I think that kind of confidence is definitely what helped push them over the edge to win this game.
He's a good player. You really can't deny that. And I loved seeing him on the phone talking to Saban, and what did he say? Hello, Mr. Saban, the legend. It was something like that, and I'm like, that's just funny.
It is.
And I would also like to point out, Vanderbilt beat a top 25 team at home and didn't rush the field. That's the timeline we live in now.
Yeah.
That's a statement.
It is.
So,
I think that's showing LSU that they're not worthy of a field rush, which...
Yikes. Game day's also going to Vandy this weekend. I know, Missouri Vandy. Yes. It's I'm so torn, because if Mizzou wins, we get Darth Mizzou on roll call, but if Vandy wins, we get Pimp Vandy on SEC shorts. So it's
give me Pimp Vandy.
Amen.
USC Notre Dame, final 34-24 Notre Dame, and Notre Dame finally got it together and beat a ranked team. So, yay Notre Dame.
Would also like to point out, which we'll get to later, but Marcus Freeman quickly denied the Florida job. He is very happy where he's at.
And good for him.
Good
I think
for
that there's a
him.
lot more that he can do at Notre Dame. He has a lot more of, a lot more seasons ahead of him. So I don't think it was a thought in anybody's mind except for whatever delusional person at Florida decided to call him.
Yeah.
He's not moving.
He's a really good fit there. Just everything about the way that he runs his program and the way that he, just kind of the person he is, everything about him just fits in Notre Dame.
He just bleeds gold.
He does, yeah.
No way you're going to rip him off that field.
Yeah. And then, this is
Holy
another
War.
fun one, the Holy War. BYU won 24-21. I don't know if there are any two teams in college football that hate each other more than these two teams.
It gets pretty dang close in the South, but when you come down to the wire, it's Utah BYU.
Yeah, it is. And I saw somebody posted, this is BYU's first 7-0 start since last year. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. But yeah, there were a lot of shenanigans during this game. It was just, it's fun. This game is always fun.
It is.
When you don't have a vested interest in it. But
still, we'll see if they can stay undefeated.
I know their freshman quarterback is actually pretty good. And I think, maybe next year or the year after, if he stays and doesn't transfer, they may actually be a real contender. We'll see how they do the rest of this year. I don't know.
Might just have to watch how they develop in the next year or two.
Yeah.
Assuming he stays, but anyway, moving on back to the South. Texas versus Kentucky. 16-13 Texas in overtime.
I want to spend a little bit of time on this game. So
I think we should.
I don't know if you ended up watching any of this, but you look at the final stat lines and take the score away, you would think Kentucky ran away with this game. Kentucky had 26 first downs, 46 rushing attempts for 137 yards, 31 for 40 passing with 258 yards. They had 395 total yards. They did fumble the ball 4 times, but they only turned it over once.
Not that it actually hurt them to
No, I
fumble that
know.
many times.
But, I mean, you look at that and you say, wow, that's a pretty good offensive game. And then Texas, 8 first downs, 28 rushing attempts for 47 yards. Keep in mind that's less than 2 yards per carry. 12 for 27 passing attempts for 132 yards. 179 total yards of offense, and 7 penalties for 50 yards. You look at this, and there is absolutely no way Texas should have won this game.
I mean, Kentucky should have, run 50 on Texas when you look at this stat line.
Yes, Arch Manning was 44.4% completion. He had an efficiency rating of 85.5 versus Cutter Boley from Kentucky had an efficiency rating of 129.9 and almost an 80% completion rate.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
31 for 39. Manning, what's going on?
-1 rushing yards, and you only had 132 passing yards. You're averaging 4.9 per attempt. Like that.
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
To Kentucky? How bad do you have to be to only put up 16 points in overtime?
And did you see the overtime?
No.
Okay,
I didn't.
So Kentucky had it on. They were inside the 10. It was 4th and goal. They'd run it up the middle twice, I'm pretty sure. At least third down. But they don't go for the field goal on 4th down. They try to get the touchdown and they don't get it. So rather than kicking the field goal and making Texas go down the field and have to score the touchdown to beat you, you didn't get any points.
So familiar.
I've watched
doesn't it? This movie before.
Oh, I know. But no, you don't kick the field goal and take the 3 points and force Texas into scoring a touchdown. And Texas goes down the field. They run 3 or 4 plays and then they kick the field goal to win. I do not understand why you don't take the points here.
If you're Kentucky, I don't think you understand how good this win would have been for you.
This would have been your Super Bowl.
It would have. And this also would have made Texas absolutely kick the can.
Yes.
In rankings, in eligibility.
Yeah.
In every single sense of the word.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's like doing everything in your power to keep Texas in it. And if you're Kentucky, I feel like this would have been such a moral win to really be Texas' last stop. But, oh my gosh, I cannot keep watching.
Same play.
The same plays over and over and over. Did none of you learn from Georgia's mistakes?
Clearly not. Although, how long do you think Stoops is still there for?
Oh my god, I don't think they have the power to look for anybody else.
Clearly
or fire
not.
him. Nobody cares enough about their football program to do anything about it.
Well, that much
so I
is
think
true.
As long as the University of Kentucky stands, Stoops will breathe at Kentucky.
Which is crazy because he's been there longer than Kirby and has won absolutely nothing. But I digress.
It was funny on SEC roll call with Matt Mitchell, saying the Kentucky character just talking about Stoops and
he deserves jail time.
And yeah, how he doesn't deserve to be fired. He deserves jail time. And oh my gosh, just a great Monday night thing. If you ever get to it.
My favorite part about his character might be that he actually goes and does his basketball research for roll call every week.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, not Power 4, but I still think it's relevant. UAB fired their head coach, and then they went and beat ranked undefeated Memphis this past weekend.
Go UAB.
Go UAB, I guess.
10 minutes away. Honestly, really forget that you're anything but a medical school.
Yeah.
So, congrats, UAB.
Yeah, they're usually decent at baseball, but it's not baseball season.
No. Brought a win close to home.
Yay! At least somebody can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just an honorable mention. Moving on to, I think, oh my gosh, could not have been a worse game if the whole thing was scripted. Mizzou at Auburn. 23-17 Mizzou. They just both looked bad. There's no redeeming qualities left.
No.
For Auburn. You look bad all season. You go up against Mizzou. What could be a really good win for your program if you can get it together.
But you can't.
And you manage to figure out how to do worse.
And, like we just said, I feel like I've seen this before. You get a bad call, ruins your game, Arnold gets sacked to lose the game.
I think it's time to start looking at common denominators. if any of you can read between those lines. But not our circus, not our monkeys.
Yeah.
So
we've already taken care of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Miss State, Florida.
Okay.
23-21 Florida.
Third time a head coach has been fired after beating Mississippi State.
I don't know what it is about how beating Miss State is worse than losing to Miss State.
What does that say about your program, Mississippi State?
Oh my gosh, I was talking to a family friend during this game, just,
Baseball school.
Yeah.
Baseball school. Yeah.
Just how does it feel to lose to Florida? And we were down at the time, so they came back with how does it feel to lose to Ole Miss? And I said, we haven't lost yet.
There's still game left.
You're
already down.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, it's just comical.
It is.
So Billy Napier has been fired, as we talked about last week, would probably happen. If not this week, then the next. But he's gone, and Florida is very actively looking for a head coach. Lane Kiffin is supposed to be the top contender for that, which I don't see him leaving Ole Miss anytime soon.
I don't either, but I have seen so many people say that he is the top contender that it makes me wonder. But I feel like he fits so well at Ole Miss, kind of the same way that Marcus Freeman does at Notre Dame. It's just like, you look at it and you say, oh yeah, that makes sense. And it just, I don't know, he fits the specific culture of Ole Miss so well that I don't know if it would be quite the same if he were to go to Florida.
I just want to say, because maybe 10 minutes after Billy Napier, it was announced that Billy Napier was fired, I was at, Your Pie getting lunch with my boyfriend, and he was like, well, didn't James Franklin just get fired? And I was like, yeah, he did. And he goes, wouldn't that be so funny if James Franklin went to Florida? And then every other post I see of, top 5 coaches up for the Florida job, I see James Franklin at 3 on that list.
He's been 2 or 3 from what I've seen. And I think he'd be a good fit there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much a joke anymore. He said it just to laugh, and don't get me wrong, we laughed about it over some pizza, but
what if?
But what if?
I'll be very interested to see. We'll come back to this.
Yeah, just food for thought.
Yeah.
If anybody else has any speculation over who they might think is a good fit of Florida, please let us know. But I've seen enough talk about James Franklin that it's not...
That it's like, oh...
Not a joke.
Yeah. Now, there's the other Florida team. I think they wish they could get rid of their head coach. But Florida State released a statement saying that they are committed to Mike Norvell, even though they got beat 20-13 by Stanford, and Stanford is not good.
At least till the end of the season, they are committed to Norvell. So whether that's a good or bad decision is up to them and what they want to do. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah.
But
They're just... I'm so sorry.
I apologize to FSU fans everywhere.
Yeah. It's going to be a long season.
On that note, moving on from the state of Florida for hopefully the rest of this episode.
Yeah.
We have our Bulldog brief, the real true crown jewel of this weekend.
What a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the craziest games I've ever been to.
And Gunner, oh my gosh, looked incredible.
Battling an oblique injury, too, which I didn't even know until today when I watched Kirby's press conference. But you never would have known. He had the performance of a lifetime against Ole Miss on Saturday.
I mean, talk about a Heisman contender-worthy performance.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 26 for 31, only 5 missed passes all night, 83.9% completion percentage for 289 yards. Just throwing. That's not even his rushing yards. He had an efficiency rating of 204.8. And then his rushing yards, he had 4 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. And then he had 10 carries for 59 yards. What a performance.
He had as many touchdowns as incompletions. So his incompletions don't even matter.
No, they don't.
And 3 of those to Lawson Lucky. Which,
oh my goodness.
My gosh.
What a game.
Do I love some Lawson Lucky.
Yes. We remembered we have tight ends.
Yes. Yay. It is good to see tight ends back at it.
Oh my goodness. We're a better team when we throw it to our tight ends.
Speaking of some other offensive personnel that is coming back, Ernest Green was back on the field.
Oh my goodness.
Man, did I miss him.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But, I mean, We had 510 yards of total offense. We only had 3 penalties for 37 yards, 34 first downs. Like, what a game. And then 221 rushing yards.
How about them Dogs?
Oh my goodness.
I love football.
It was so great.
It was. I mean, it just, nobody schemes better than Lane Kiffin, and I don't think anybody was more prepared for us than he was.
No.
I mean, it was a dog fight throughout this game because, oh my gosh, defense still has a lot of issues. We had a lot of holes.
We'll get there.
But their defense couldn't stop either.
No.
Clearly.
Their defense might be worse than ours.
And we'll get there. But
yeah. But, I mean, it
offense.
was a heck of an offensive game. And I'm not a Bobo apologizer, but well done. Credit where credit is due. You called a heck of a game. I love the creativity. Like the flea flicker. Oh my goodness.
So good.
And I think I can count the screen passes on one hand.
Yes! Something I don't think we've been able to do as long as we've been alive.
I know. It was so much better. We had better personnel choices. And I mean, I'll say it again, throwing to the tight ends. It makes such a big difference when we actually utilize them and use their abilities.
And oh my gosh, branch on a curl.
Oh my gosh.
Getting into the sticks. Oh my gosh.
8 receives for 71 yards.
And I think that, I mean, I know that Georgia owns the fourth quarter. Nobody who watches an ounce of football will ever tell you they don't. But I think that was one of the most perfectly called fourth quarters I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely. Outscored them 17-0 in the fourth quarter. It's beautiful.
I mean, we had 9 possessions, and almost every single one was scoring.
The only one we didn't score on was the last drive where we took a knee 3 times. And I will say, there were a couple drives where I felt like we were kind of just playing for the field goal a little bit. Like we got to the 15 or the 10 and we started running it up the middle, as we do. And that's kind of when I was like, same old Bobo, here we go again. But overall, I felt much better watching some of the different plays and different people that we used this week.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk more about this, but I would keep Bobo in a heartbeat if it means we get rid of Schumann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's either got to make some coaching changes in just the process and what he's doing, or personnel and talent is not all the problem. I think that we have the pieces there. I just think we need to figure out how to put them together or prepare differently for teams. But something is really, really not clicking.
I'm really couldn't put my finger on what kind of defense we were playing on Saturday, but they ran the same play, that little 10-yard pass where they just barely got the first down, and our defenders are nowhere around the receivers. It's like they're playing 5 or 10 yards off, and then they struggle to make the tackle. Mm-hmm. And like that 70-something yard touchdown rush that they ran that same play on.
Oh, yeah.
I think we had 3 guys try to go tackle him, and not one of them made the tackle. It's things like that. And our defense really stepped up in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. That was an unbelievable performance, but every third down, I was really worried.
Mm. You can't. I mean, people who understand football a lot better than we do probably can, but just from afar and kind of objectively, they just miss it.
Yeah, they do.
Every week. And it's not always the same, but they just miss it.
Yeah.
So
it's just if they fix the one thing, then they play pretty well. But you can never really put your finger on what the one thing is. And I will say, I gotta go find his name so I don't get it wrong, but Robinson, he was, I think, the number 1 rated defensive commit in his class. He's a freshman this year. I'm not impressed. He misses a lot of coverage. He misses a lot of tackles. He's not been one of the ones on defense that I look at and say, oh yeah, that's the guy. But I'll tell you who is C.J. Allen.
C.J. Allen needs to stay in college football forever.
Please.
Some people do. So it is possible.
It is, yeah. Stetson Bennett did it.
Yeah.
I mean.
if anybody should, it's C.J. Allen.
It is C.J. Allen. But 8 solo tackles, 10 overall.
Mm-hmm.
What a game. Dude is an absolute dog.
Yeah. I don't know. There's definitely some personnel choices on defense where I can see, even if it's just making some switches at where they are on defense.
Yeah.
I think that, and I know we say it every week, I'll say our DBs, they're just, you got to get into the catch point.
Yes.
So what are we doing that's preventing them from getting to the catch point? Or what are they doing that's preventing themselves from getting to the catch point? So I don't know if it's reading plays, if they can't read as well as they need to, or if they're not put in the position, if like we're not doing enough film study, because I know Georgia's got a whole team of people who are doing that. So
yeah,
I don't know if there's something else that needs to happen in the film room, or I don't know. It could be a whole number of things.
It could. There could be a lot of things going on, but we're allowing 19.6 points per game right now, and that's a lot for a Georgia defense.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how the rest of the season goes. I don't think any game is going to be easy, because I think you've got a couple teams who are going to come in here and kind of test the limits of Georgia's defense and kind of push us to another game like the Auburn game, where we find ourselves in a situation where, maybe our offense isn't the problem, but it doesn't really matter if our offense isn't the problem if we can't play defense.
Anytime I see things like this, I really think back to our flag football days. But just, I think we had some really incredible coaches.
Oh, we did.
And our head coach was also our defensive coordinator. But he always said, you don't know what you don't know, so your mistakes are our mistakes as coaches.
Yes.
And I think that takes, you don't know what you don't know, but if there's like something, obviously you make like you're the one on the field.
Yeah.
So you do make mistakes. But your performance is also a reflection of your coaches and your team and your school and who you're representing. So if not for yourself or your team, like your coaches can only look as good as you do on the field.
Yeah.
So that's where I think all of this kickback to Schumann kind of comes in is, I mean, if there's something they don't know what they don't know. And coaching might
have a little bit to do with it.
Might have a little bit to do with it.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not any one person or anything's fault, because you're not I mean, if you're the one player on the defense, you're not responsible for the whole defense.
No.
But it's a mix of things.
It is.
So I wanted to throw that out there, because I think if there's a coaching mentality, that was always a great one.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it made us think a little bit harder. So
yeah, it definitely did. Yeah. But at the same time, it changes the way you play.
It does.
If it's like, if you come off the field and they look at you and say, hey, you didn't know that you were supposed to do this or not supposed to do this, that's on us. We'll work on it next practice. That kind of like, it lifts it off your shoulders, because you're still sitting there and you're like, okay, I did screw up, but I didn't know, and I'll get better at it and I'll work on it and it won't happen again.
And if it is because of something you know
that
it
was something you did. Yeah.
So, not to say that we didn't get in trouble for our mistakes. I definitely got pulled off the field for my one play on defense. But
also the reason we were only allowed to rush together once. But overall,
still a fun play.
There were no turnovers during this game, which I didn't realize till I went back and looked at the stat sheet.
I mean, shocker.
I know. And also, offense came out in the first half. Like, what?
I didn't know we were allowed to do that. I think it's in Georgia's contract, do not play first half.
I know. Like, we went into halftime only down by 1, and I was like, this is weird.
I've never been here before.
I know. It's always double digits.
This is where I get kind of scared, and we watched, as I hope everybody does, watched SEC Shorts this week, and Hope came back up the stairs, like, towards Georgia and A&M and
Bama.
Bama.
Yeah.
And it just
PTSD is real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hope is knocking down our door. So
yeah, she is.
You know.
She hasn't gotten in yet, but
no.
It may not be long.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, I would also like to point out Saban put on the spike pads on game day. Yeah. I consider that a win.
What was that about?
Spike Squad came to game day, and everybody put the pads on, and I have a picture saved on Instagram of Nick Saban in the spike pads. It's beautiful.
It is.
It's great.
That might be why we won.
That might
honestly.
be, actually. Yeah, I could see that. And then the environment was unreal, fourth quarter especially, Because when we knocked down that pass on 4th down to essentially end the game, I don't think I have ever heard Sanford Stadium so loud.
And I'm glad that Kirby acknowledged the crowd also.
He did. That felt nice.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a win.
That is a win.
That's a win for fans everywhere.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ole Miss is always a great game when they come to town. Their fans are usually pretty nice. They travel well. Clearly they travel well because I couldn't actually get home on Friday to go to said game. But it's always a fun game. And it was sold out. It was loud. It was a great game.
All 93,000 seats were filled, and you could feel it.
Yes, you could.
And I think we've kind of hit all across the board, but I think some final notes. Colby Young's leg fracture. He is going to be out significantly. Probably,
that's a big one.
Yeah, probably looking at the rest of the season.
I think so.
But I do want to thank Colby Young for everything that he has done. I think he's been an incredible offensive player. And I still think that we can hold together without him. I think we have all the pieces in place, but
he's still a big loss.
He's a senior. It's a huge loss. It'll really suck not to see him on the field anymore.
Yeah.
And then just to reiterate Gunnar Stockton's performance, aside from SEC Player of the Week, he was Maxwell Award Player of the Week, Walter Camp National FBS Offensive Player of the Week, Davey O'Brien Award National Quarterback of the Week, and the Manning Award Star of the Week. And
all
currently
well-deserved.
leads the SEC in completion percentage. So,
what else do you have to say about
with
it?
an oblique injury.
Like, he's unreal.
I mean, the exponential growth that Gunnar has had this season is unlike anybody I've seen in football.
Oh, absolutely. And not to go back to Carson Beck, but I'm gonna. You can see how the team rallies behind him in a way that they never did for Beck, because he's selfless on, and from what I can tell, off the field as well. And you can tell how much that he wants to be there, and he's not necessarily in it for the money that comes with it. He's there because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be the quarterback at Georgia.
And Kirby spoke so highly of him at the press conference. Just could not say a bad thing. Just how much he wants to work, doesn't complain, doesn't pout. He was kind of asked not to practice Monday and Tuesday and still said he wanted to go in and wanted to be there. And I mean, I think it's just incredible to see. And I think we've seen it from the first time that he ever stepped on a field for Georgia.
Absolutely.
Second half of the SEC championship, and just the way that you watch the switch on TV.
Yes.
Of just the way that the team reacted to him being there.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like nobody felt anxious about him stepping into that role in the situation that it was. Everybody was like, yep, he's got this. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And win or lose, I have absolutely no problems with this guy. Like, it really does not matter what he does. He could have a 4-interception game, and I would just be like, you know what? Bad game. It happens. We'll go out and get him next game.
But that would be the exception and not the norm.
Yes, it would. Exactly.
So that's where I think we've seen a big difference from the last 2 seasons. But, I mean, I've been a Gunnar fan from the second he walked into that SEC championship. We might have said, we don't know, but this has been my quarterback. So,
yeah.
I would like to point out.
I was a little skeptical, but I am beyond sold.
Might have lost my mind with Clemson a little bit, but I have not with Gunnar.
No. And on that note, there are 2 undefeated SEC teams in conference play at least. A&M is the only truly undefeated team left, but Alabama is also 4-0 in conference. If the SEC championship was today, it would be A&M and Alabama.
And I would pick A&M in that game. I feel like Alabama would win, but morally speaking, I would pick A&M.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. I can get behind that one. And then our bottom of the barrel haven't won a conference game. Mississippi State, Arkansas, Auburn, and Kentucky.
Kentucky, you were so close to having a 1 next to that 3.
Yeah. Auburn should also have at least 1.
They should.
They should have been able to win at least the Georgia, Oklahoma, or Missouri games. But they didn't win any of them.
Yeah.
So...
missed opportunity. Majorly.
What does that say about you, Auburn? Anyway, this weekend, Georgia's off, but there's still a few good games this weekend. UCLA has the opportunity to do, the funniest thing ever and go to Indiana and win. Which they won't. But like,
But they could.
what if they did?
Not ACC, but just a fan of football game. It's just, what if they did?
But like, what if?
But what if?
What if? Then Ole Miss goes to Oklahoma, which I think that'll be a good game. I think Ole Miss will win, but
It still
that could
should
be
be a
good.
decent game. Auburn and Arkansas.
will probably also be a good game. I think I see Arkansas winning that game.
I also do, unfortunately. I think it'll be hard for Auburn to win on the road, especially with the kind of fundamentals that they're having problems
Yeah.
with. But you never know. Miracles happen every day.
Yes,
We'll
they
see.
do. Yes, they do.
Mizzou at Vandy.
Game day!
My game of the weekend. Game day. I want Vandy so bad
I know.
to win this game.
I think it's going to be difficult. Being in Nashville definitely helps. They're going to have the crowd behind them. And, I mean, Buffy is a really good quarterback. He's a lot
doing-
better than I thought he was.
He's doing really well.
Yes, he is. So, Vandy's got my vote. We'll see.
I think it'll be really hard. I think it'll be close.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
They have a chance.
Give me Vandy.
Yes. Then Texas at Mississippi State. I mean,
Texas should have fun. Miss State will probably lose. Those Cowbells are going to be annoying as heck, though.
the game will happen. Yeah. Then A&M at LSU.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for this one, just because it's always just one of those games where something happens.
I'll be excited to see what they do with it. I think the A&M will, definitely take practices this week to kind of fix those few things. And I think that they have the adjustment capabilities where I think they'll actually do it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Death Valley's Death Valley for a reason. It's just hard to play.
Is it a night game? I actually didn't look. I'm assuming it is. I'd like to correct myself. I said Vandy's first top 10 ranking since 41. It's 47, but still. 6-year difference.
Yeah. Six Schmiss. It's been since 47.
Yeah,
So,
it's been a hot minute.
yeah.
But great for y'all. That's awesome.
I know.
I don't think I've ever been so happy than like refreshing my AP poll at 2 o'clock on Sunday and seeing Vandy in the top 10. It was beautiful.
I mean, even if this is as far as they get and they die right here, I think that's a great season for Vandy. So.
You can say you got there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen several playoff predictors that, like, if it started today, Vandy would be in the playoffs. And I've seen several people say that they have an outside shot.
I mean, we have 2 weeks till the selection show, but still,
Yes. That would be crazy.
I'm so excited to watch
No.
and see exactly where everybody lands. I mean, next week people will definitely be able to call it, but still,
Yes.
I
But-
think that this is gonna be a really big week for Vandy, and this is gonna be their in or out game.
Absolutely.
Hey, Bridget. Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great weekend of football.
Yes, it is. And I have a lot of fun things to talk about this time around. I'm excited.
It's a fun weekend.
I'm excited. Yes, well, we're going to start back with Oklahoma State again, just because they're so interesting the past, 2 weeks that they've been doing things. That's really cool. You know what's really ironic is that I was looking at PA school potentially at Oklahoma State. So it's good to know
You could be a part of
that
this.
they're
You
fun.
could.
I want to be a part of the banana conga line.
You're
that
gonna be
they
a
started this
banana?
weekend. I am going to be a banana. I want one of those fun suits and to be a part of this Oklahoma State banana conga line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to add it to my 2025 bingo card. Shout out to OSU Athletics. I want to add that to my bingo card. It might be 2 years from now, but I'm coming for you. I'm going to be a part of your banana conga line eventually. And
You heard it here first.
Yes, you hear it here first. I will be a part of it. Gosh darn it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And then, way south compared to everybody else, but they used a backup camera. USF used a backup camera to film their game this time. And the quality's kind of trippy. I'm watching the video for the first time fully this time, and it's going to make me dizzy if I don't stop watching it. But that's really cool that they're trying to continue to do that. I wonder if they're going to continue to do that until
I like the way the players interact with it.
I do too. You can tell
So
that they're
do I.
having fun with it.
I think
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I'll go up and start beeping at the camera.
Yeah.
It's funny.
it is funny.
Beep, beep. One guy started saying, "Back it up," and I was like, "Okay." So USF seems like fun too. I don't know. And then on to the big one. Right, it's Utah versus BYU. And I don't know what order that these events consisted of, but just like going off of what I have on my phone right now, apparently BYU's president crowd surfed during the rush. I think that's awesome.
It was really funny.
I think that's fantastic. Like he's like living life. I don't know if I would trust those students to throw me around in a crowd, but you know, to each his own.
The president's involved.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And that's pretty cool that he's involved. So, you know, and then BYU again, doesn't look like Utah had much hand in these shenanigans that were going on.
No, not really.
So that's unfortunate. Utah, step your game up. Come on. BYU people use the me emotes out of Clash Royale. I don't really play Clash Royale,
it's really funny.
but it seems really funny.
It's an epidemic for 20-year-old men everywhere.
Yeah,
so
it
is.
is. But they had like printed out on pieces of paper and were holding them up during the game.
They're
Like,
trolls.
yeah.
Yes.
And it's quite
It was
funny.
really funny.
I think that's hilarious. Clash Royale is insane. The fact that it's like, I remember it first coming out when we were like younger, and then now that it's made like some comeback kind of makes
I
me
know.
laugh. Like, who knew?
Oh, you think that's funny? Our high school had a Clash Royale club.
Oh,
Yes. Yes,
so
they
it
did.
Came back around.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you guys the secret founders of it?
No.
Since it was at your high school?
No.
Just so happened to be friends with the people who were.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Darn. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed. Like, I feel like you guys would be the ones that. What's the noise of like the big giant guy? Like, I know he makes a noise and. And then finally, for the last little bit here, Cosmo the Cougar, arguably one of the best college mascots in my opinion. At least the most athletic. That's what it sure seems to be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Came
Yeah.
ziplining into the game. That's awesome. I would
It
love
was
to
cool.
zip line into a game. Like, that's really cool.
And last week he pole vaulted over fire. Now
Yeah.
Now we're
he's
zip lining. Not gonna lie, Cosmo, I thought you would have done more. I thought you would have zip lined over fire. You can't pole vault over fire and not expect people to expect more.
Do more.
Do more. Be more.
You have so much potential.
You have so much potential and you just did not show up this week. Just kidding.
Not really.
Zip line over alligators when you play Florida. If you play Florida, I don't know. I don't know if BYU plays Florida.
We don't cross
No.
over that far.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
gosh darn it. Anywho, thank you guys again for dialing into Hail Mary Hotline. This is your host, Bridget.
This is your host, Taylor.
This is your host, Sarah.
Go Dogs!
Giga Mag.